Hello everyone, and welcome to my Y and Our American TV Show official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Friday, September 20, 2024. On The Young and the Restless today, Sharon pushes Mariah away. Adam wants to get back with Chelsea, and Nick looks to his family for support. Adam and Chelsea talk at society about Connor's wish for them to be reunited as a family. He wonders from where it is coming from. Chelsea believes it could be because he sensed something between them. Adam doesn't think they gave any of that away to Connor. Chelsea advises they must be careful not to inspire false optimism in him. Adam answers, "Of course we can't." Chelsea truly believed Connor had come to terms with the knowledge that the two of them would never be a couple once more. Billy brings Phyllis in right then. As Phyllis welcomes them, Adam nods. "Phyllis." She asks about Connor, and they say he's doing well. Billy says hello to Chelsea, then proceeds to the bar. She says hello back. Phyllis claims he's in a rush and follows. Chelsea says Billy is agitated. Adam thought he'd put on a better act than that. Adam asks if they're going to have to feel bad now every time they see Billy or Sally. Chelsea reminds him they injured them horribly. Adam doesn't like how Billy brushed her off. Chelsea points out she cheated on him twice, and says they'll just have to live with the inconvenience. At the bar, Phyllis observes on the frostiness between Billy and Chelsea. "Please tell me she didn't dump you for Adam." Billy maintains she didn't leave him for Adam, and they're not back together. Phyllis thinks something has happened between the two of them. Billy warns her to stop. She's hunting for gossip. His personal life is off limits. "Mind your own business." Phyllis says all right, but reminds out they're working together. There's a certain amount she needs to know. If there's bad blood, it will have an influence on their firm. Maybe it would help you to talk to a friend. Billy says he's okay. Phyllis feels he's about to erupt. At Newman, Victoria encourages Victor to reply to her suggestion about Billy. He snarks that this ex-son-in-law is the gift that keeps on giving. He refuses to reconsider buying him out. They disagree as to whether this is merely good business, as Victor claims. Victoria wants her mother to help her out, but she's with her father on this. She can't always bail Billy out. Nick goes in, and Nicky asks, "Is everything all right?" He shakes his head. "No, it isn't." Nick tells them that Sharon is lashing out and Daniel and Lucy. He describes the situation in society. Victoria can understand her being upset. Nick thinks it's beyond upset, and it's not a single incident. He feels the accident was a trigger. Every time she's near Daniel and Lucy, it sets her off. Victor wonders if they've spoken to her. Nick says she shrugs it off, and claims it's her new meds. He doesn't know what to think. Sharon is at the point where she's actively avoiding them. He knows they're not great fans of her, but he was hoping for some family guidance. Nicky and Victoria soothe Nick, and ask how they can help. Victor asks what he thinks is wrong with her. Nick's not sure. They don't know if she's keeping up with her doctor's appointments or even being honest with him. He wonders if he should bypass Sharon and go directly to her doctor himself. In the motel room, Sharon listens as Mariah informs her on the phone that she's in Madison. "What? Madison? Why?" she blurts. Mariah claims she's pounding on her hotel room door. Sharon stammers and asks her to hold on. Cameron mutters, "I told you your family was going to check your story. How are you going to get yourself out of this?" Sharon gets back to the conversation and claims she was taking a sip of water. Mariah asks her to let her into her hotel room. Sharon says she's not there. She's out for a stroll. She's all right, but was just a little bit dizzy. Mariah wants to meet up with her, but Sharon says that's not required. Mariah offers to manage the meeting. Sharon said the CEO canceled the meeting. Mariah asks, "So, you came all the way to Madison for nothing?" Sharon chirps, "It looks like we both did. Sorry, I shall see you back at home. Love you, honey, bye. She disconnects and Mariah looks surprised on the other end. Cameron laments that she shouldn't have cut Mariah off. Now she'll never let it go. Sharon's phone rings and Cameron yells, "Answer the phone." Sharon does, and Mariah informs her she hung up before she got to finish. "Are you mad at me or something?" Sharon responds no, she must not have heard her is all. She repeats that she'll see her at home, but Mariah wants to meet up in Madison and hang around. Sharon wants to just meet up at home. She needed some time to herself. Mariah says she doesn't sound like herself. She would like to visit her before they head back. Sharon snips, "Mariah, stop it." She rails at her about coming to Madison to check up on her. "You came here to make sure I wasn't off somewhere spinning out." Mariah denies it. Sharon shouts that this is all making her wonder if Faith really had a crisis. Was it a plot on Nick's part to encourage her to return home? Were they waiting to interview her at home? Mariah acknowledges they are worried about her. Sharon wants them to give her some place to breathe. "Do you all really think that I'm that far gone?" At Society, Billy informs Phyllis that when Chelsea and Adam were in Baltimore with Connor, they slept together. She's sorry. He adds, "So am I." They disagree whether it happening only once makes a difference. Phyllis feels it makes reasonable that they got closer in some form. Billy thanks her for the visual. He says that he's sure Adam manipulated Chelsea's fragility to lure her into bed. Phyllis won't argue with Adam's character, but they don't truly know what happened. Billy says Chelsea agonized over it, but Adam stonewalled Sally. Phyllis is hearing that he doesn't really blame Chelsea for this. Maybe you can forgive her. Across the room, Chelsea wonders why Billy and Phyllis are even together. She was at his office the other day too. Adam thinks they were made for each other. Chelsea tells him that was incredibly insensitive, so he apologizes. Talk swings back to Connor. Adam informs her that their son senses something, and them wishing he isn't going to make it go away. At Newman, Victoria tells Nick that Sharon's doctor won't talk to him. Victor wonders if he can convince him that her life is in jeopardy. Nick doesn't think she'd purposely injure himself. Victoria and Victor fight about the concept of Nick bullying the doctor. Nick thinks he should tell him what he knows and what he's seen. Victoria thinks she might regard that as a betrayal. Nick has to take that chance. Victor begs him to take Faith out of the whole scenario. Have her live with you for a while. Nick sighs. She won't do that. Victor says she doesn't need to watch her other spin out again. Nick argues that's not the answer. Victoria and Nicky favor providing the doctor all the facts. What other choice does he have? Nick needs to do it, even if it means offending Sharon. He compliments them for having Sharon's best interests at heart. He'll tell Mariah and Faith his plan, and perhaps the doctor will have a strategy. Nick tells his family he's lucky. He can always talk to them about anything. Victor responds, "That's what family is for." In the motel, Sharon listens as Mariah pleads for her to meet up face to face. Cameron tells Sharon, "Moment of truth." Sharon confesses, "I'm not in Madison. I never went there at all." Mariah's confused. Sharon says she knew what was coming when she arrived home last night. She couldn't take it anymore, so she left. She contacted the CEO and postponed the meeting in Madison. She wants to be alone and think about her life and where it's heading. Mariah claims she's scared her. Sharon vows she won't do anything harm herself, but she can't live under the microscope. They're choking her, so she ran. Mariah's sorry if Sharon believes they've put pressure on her. They really love her so much. Sharon tells her it's reached a point where she can't handle it anymore. Mariah is trying to comprehend, but she thinks there's a way they can all work it out as a family. Sharon insists there isn't, at least not now. Mariah asks, "What are you going to do?" Sharon's going off the grid for a little while. Maybe she'll travel to Sedona. She advises, "Don't try to track me down either." They all just need to allow her space to recuperate. She'll reach out when she's ready. With that, she hangs up. Cameron tells Sharon that needed to be done. Sharon squeezes her eyes shut in a grimace. At Society, Chelsea is stunned. Connor even wants them back together again, considering everything that occurred the previous time they lived together. And afterwards, Adam asks, "Have you thought about it?" Chelsea can't believe he'd even ask her that. The answer is no. She's been too ashamed and full of remorse. Why? Have you thought about it? Adam answers, "No. It's the same for me." She feels they need to talk to Connor so he doesn't get his hopes up. Adam snarks, "Got it." Chelsea realizes he has something on his mind and wants him to come clean. Adam responds, "You asked for it. I lied." The concept of them as a pair did enter his head. He can't refute it. Like we used to be. Better than we used to be. Chelsea shakes her head. "You can't really believe." Adam begs her to dig down and feel it. There was more going on than terror that night in Baltimore, and he hasn't been able to shake it. At the bar, Billy tells Phyllis he would be able to forgive Chelsea if it was anyone other than Adam. He always finds a way to ruin his life. Phyllis can see Chelsea is experiencing remorse and regret. What if they just came together as two parents worrying about their son? It's been known to happen, you know. Billy claims that was Chelsea's take. Phyllis begs him to believe her. They've all made errors. Over and over. She proposes he believe Chelsea and let her make it up to him. At Newman, Nick says goodbye to his family members and Victor promises him it will all work out. Nick exits and pushes the elevator button. His phone rings and it's Mariah. She tells Nick that Sharon never traveled to Madison. She doesn't know where she is, but she's planning on disappearing. "I'm scared. I'm extremely, really scared." In the motel, Sharon wails that she shouldn't have pushed Mariah away like that. Cameron promises her she'll get over it. He tells her to calm down. She made a wise choice. She doesn't need Nick and the girls breathing down her neck right now. Right now, they need to plan. They love her and will forgive her. Right now, we need to get to work. In Victor's office, Nikki says that Sharon has caused Nick more concern than anyone else in his life. Victoria admires his dedication to his family. Nikki knows his need to protect her, but at what cost? Victoria says he's only protecting his family, and she's going to do the same. She walks out. Victor guesses she's going to warn Billy Boy Abbott. At Society, Chelsea doesn't want to have this conversation with Adam. This isn't how she feels. She's outraged that he is trying to have this chat with Billy sitting right there. She stands up and storms out as Adam yells her name. Phyllis tries to stop Billy, but he goes over to face Adam. "What did you do now, you son of a bitch?" So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comment below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time.